I'm sitting here talking to myself. I knew it. I was like, why is this sound not working? I knew. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I hope you're all having yourselves a great weekend. It has been quite the long one for me. What a day. You can see that's what kind of day it is. But thank you for taking the time. Hope you're ready for this effing game tomorrow. Eagles hopefully laying that beat down on the Saints. I'm getting myself a little excited. So we're going to talk tonight about the top 10 matchups to watch in this Eagles versus Saints matchup. But before we get into any of that, I'm going to hit you with all of the news you need to know for this game. So we already know that they will be missing both of their starting tackles, the left and right, Ryan Ramczyk and Teron Armstead. So that's a huge blow in itself, but also pretty much their best player, Alvin Kamara. So a major loss for them. Going to be, Mark Ingram. That's quite the downgrade. I mean, he's still got some left in the tank, but that's not Alvin Kamara. But they did activate Tony Jones Jr., so they will have a little bit of depth behind Mark Ingram. But I'll be real with you. I never want to see anybody hurt, but that is great news for the Eagles defense. We have struggled against the run a little bit. We did great last week, but yeah, I'm very grateful that he is out of this game, and they've got quite a few names actually out. You see Tanoa Passignon, you see Ty Montgomery. Those are big names for them, part of the pass rush, and then somebody that could have helped in place of Alvin Kamara, also out Ty Montgomery. So missing your tackles, missing some depth on the line with Roach as well. Taysom Hill is the only one that's questionable. And, they've got some trick packages with him in there. So that'll be another blow for them with Kamara out. They're going to have to figure some things out on that offense. And I'll be real with you. This is the time for the Eagles defense to pounce. So let's hope they do just that. Now we're going to get into the Eagles news for today. But before we get into any kind of injury news, Avonte Maddox, congratulations to him. He signs a 3-year, $22.5 million extension, $13.3 million guaranteed. So congrats to him. Locked him up. And what a beauty it's been to see him playing in the nickel role rather than outside corner. He's done so much better. I just feel he's so much better suited for the nickel role. So we talked about this offseason. He is a good defensive back. He can help at safety, but I prefer him inside, and he has done phenomenal so far this year. So great to see him get paid, see him locked up, and he and Dallas Goedert being roommates. It's awesome. Back-to-back days. Dallas Goedert just got extended yesterday. Now Avonte Maddox today. And some other good news for the Eagles. Miles Sanders activated from the IR, so he will be playing tomorrow against the Saints. We got to keep that running back by committee approach, get the hot hand going, whoever it is. But I think Miles Sanders obviously will get a good share of snaps. Maybe we take it a little easy on him, but he takes over pretty much, for Boston Scott. But I think Jordan Howard still has to get 10 to 15 carries per game. You got to pound the rock. You got to continue to do that. I don't care if the Saints have the number one rush defense. I don't care. You got to run the ball. So happy to see him back. And then in a corresponding move, Jack Anderson was hurt. He was going to be out for this game anyway. So they placed him on the IR. So that opened up the roster spot. Miles Sanders is good to go. So you see Anderson was the only one out. Derek Barnett, Davion Taylor still questionable with a neck and a knee injury respectively. So we'll hope those guys are ready to go. We need this pass rush to get going. We all know Derek Barnett with his stupid penalties, but Josh Sweat can get it going. I'm all about it, baby. So we'll see if he's healthy and ready to go tomorrow. I'll let you guys know before the game. And then Davion Taylor, he has been, getting healthy, getting extended snaps. And then last week, apparently, he had a bone bruise and he played through it. So making plays with a bone bruise, I love to see what, potential he has, and I love to see him on the field. So hopefully he's good to go. We'll definitely keep our eye on that one too. At Dallas Goedert, he's expected to play, man. I mean, he got signed to that extension. And then, you talk about the fact that they haven't said anything really, but he was at practice. Everything seems good to go. So I think he'll be cleared by tomorrow, and we shall see tight end one on the field. Hopefully we see some of that 13 personnel we're going to talk about here shortly. But let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen, the top 10 matchups for the Eagles and Saints. And you know how we do this. We go through no specific order, just starts from the QB, goes on from the Eagles offense to the Eagles defense. We just go through the top 10 things that we are going to keep our eyes on during this matchup. So first and foremost. And let me know how you guys feel about these things. Do you agree, disagree? What are you going to be watching for? I'm definitely looking forward to this game, but yes, I want to know your thoughts. So if you're watching this later, comment down below and we'll talk some birds. But let's go. Number one, Jalen Hurts. Obviously, this kid has progressed each week. You love to see it going up against the Saints defense, the first team he played as the starter. And he went out, beat him when no one was giving him a chance in the media. And it was a beautiful thing to see. He sparked this team. He showed that he has the skill set to get things done. So this year, we knew that going into this season, he had to work on things. And each week, we just want to see him progress. He has done nothing but that. And I love it. So we're going up against probably his toughest defense last week. Broncos are a real good defense. Whoop that ass, man. You go out there, you establish that run, don't get away from it. And you go out here, man, I'm telling you, you can really put a hurting on the Saints because if their offense is stagnant, not doing anything, they're going to put a lot of pressure on their defense. We can wear these guys down by running that ball, set up all the play action, all that great stuff. You got to watch out. Be careful. These guys do get turnovers. We talked about that this week. So let's hold on to the ball, take care of it, and let's keep running it. So a lot of this is going to depend on that offensive line, right? So the run game, the receivers, everybody's got to get things going here. And Nick Sirianni, we talk about the fact that he is progressing each week. So keep running the ball, but expand that playbook, baby. Let's get these receivers the ball. Let's see some things. Let's see Jalen Hurts. Wanted to see in the first half last week him ball out. Well, he did it in the first half. That was awesome to see. So let's go out. Let's put the pedal to the metal. And a lot of it predicates, and obviously it starts in the trenches. So up front, this obvious whole offensive line is important here, but most importantly, they have got two studs as edge rushers there. A 4-3 defense. They're going to be coming at us with Cam Jordan, Marcus Davenport. So we've got Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson out there, and that makes me feel damn good inside. But these are going to be fun to watch. So definitely keep your eye on those battles because they're going to be doing all they can. But this line, man, has been quite impressive. And these tackles, they're going to have their hands full. So let's see if we can shut them down. And if we do that, we hopefully get that damn run game going. So we talk about Miles Sanders being back. We have 4 running backs to use now. And I really think, like I said, it should be the Thunder and Lightning approach with Sanders and Howard. You could sprinkle Scott in, maybe Gainwell on some pass downs, but just keep pounding that rock. Whoever's got the hot hand, I don't care, but run that damn ball. But they've got some really good linebackers. We've talked about it. Yes, they're the number 1 rushing defense. I mean, they've got some big boys at defensive tackle. They've got a good defense all around. And, in the middle there, Demario Davis, holy hell, Quan Alexander, and then Caden Ellis will probably get a fair share of snaps, with, the running game that we have. But these linebackers, man, they're no joke. So we're going to see if we can continue to run that ball and dominate like we have been 3rd in the league in rushing. Hit him with our running backs, hit him with our quarterback, whatever the hell you got to do. But I'm sure these guys will be spying on Jalen Hurts, not only just trying to stop down the run. And we talk about it with our defense, we're a zone defense. So just really talking about the matchups, how they line up. That's really gives you a talking point. So number 4, ladies and gentlemen, these wide receivers, we talk about it. If we get that run game going, Jalen Hurts, if Nick Sirianni's putting him in position to succeed, I think that the throws will be there regardless of, a really good cornerback group, Marshawn Lattimore, Paulson Adeboy, PJ Williams. I mean, these are some really good corners. And I think if these young receivers could get things going, this would build some confidence against a really good secondary. And I mean, Jalen Reagor, Quez Watkins, and they've both had their flaws. They've both had their times of shining. And I think, obviously Reagor being a 1st-round pick, the heat is on for him more than it is Quez. So I think it's time to, step it up, and Sirianni put them in position to do that. Some more backfield carries for not really out of the backfield. He's, getting the end arounds, but Reagor or Watkins, whatever you got to do, some deep throws, whatever you got to do. But let's get the receivers the ball. And I'm not saying it's a must. I mean, however you can dominate, run the game, the run game, throwing it to the tight ends, 13 personnel could be used here for mismatch, whatever you want to do. But I think it's time to see what else. Obviously Devontae Smith is a stud. We got to see what else we've got here. Now, moving on to the tight end position, we talked about last week, Dallas Goedert getting the concussion at the beginning of the game. That sucked. Really was looking forward to seeing that 13 personnel with Dallas Goedert, Jack Stoll, Tyree Jackson back, getting his reps. They'll go up, he'll get more snaps, and things were skewed last week. So we're going to really see something, I think, this week. So a lot of 13 personnel, and I would love to see what we could do there, because you never know what a team's going to do. Whether that's Jack Stoll dropping in the backfield, becoming the H-back, whatever you got to do, I think there is a way to expand the playbook finally for Nick Sirianni. I think he's getting more ease there. So we're going to see what we can do, but they're going to have a tough task facing Malcolm Jenkins and Marcus Williams, two good safeties there. So we all know Jenkins, he's going to be out for blood. I think it's going to be a great matchup to see him trying to shut down Dallas Goedert. Hopefully, these guys can shine. We talked about Tyree Jackson, if they're focusing on other guys, you can really get it to these other tight ends. And we saw the Chargers do that to us. I think that's something Sirianni would really like to establish here. So we'll see if he does that this week against the Saints. Now, matchup number 6. Going on to the Eagles defense here. And we're going up against the Saints, and they've got Trevor Siemian. Obviously, last year we beat him. Drew Brees, banged up, and old man River, and now he's not. I feel like he should be in this game. We're wearing all black, and the Saints will be wearing all white. That would be very fitting for him. So Trevor Siemian in at quarterback, and we all know he's not even Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston, a turnover machine, but he's pretty talented. Taysom Hill, he's a trick gadget guy, not really a quarterback, but he's banged up. So it's all on Trevor Siemian. If not, they've got Ian Book there. So this Eagles D needs to feast. We talk about their tackles being out, all this stuff. Dude, you have to get pressure on this quarterback, cause some turnovers. I think this should be, and it's at home. We want to get this damn home win. Let's go out, punch these dudes right in the mouth, and get some excitement going for this D, and let's have a great second half of the season. And I think Trevor Siemian, man, we are going to see some turnovers in this game, and I love it. Let's get some interceptions, some fumbles, whatever we got to do. Let's beat that ass. So the way we do that, we get some pressure. And, I could pinpoint their tackles being out. I was going to talk about, Throckmorton and Ruiz being in there, and, McCoy in the middle or at the center. So, yeah, there's no specific one guy I want to match up with anyone. It's time for the entire Eagles defensive line to go out and feast. Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, Milton Williams in the middle there. Josh Sweat, if Derek Barnett's healthy, let's go. Jannard Avery, get some pressure, get some sacks, get some turnovers. I don't even think you really need to blitz in this game. We should be able to get some damn pressure without it. If you can't, whatever, blitz. Get Trevor Siemian spooked, put him on his ass. Let's go. Now, after that, this is one where obviously Alvin Kamara is out. This is huge for them. Mark Ingram, we have struggled against the run. He is a bruising back, but a little bit older. I think Taylor and Edwards have been an upgrade. They've gotten better each week. And I think that it's time for them to just keep doing what they've done, and stay healthy and progress each week. That's what they've done. So progress this week, shut down that run, make them one-dimensional, and it's going to be hell for that Saints offense. So I really think, this is a chance for the Eagles to go out here and beat some ass, shut them down. And I think you can take away this passing game. You got Marquez, Callaway, Traquan Smith, and Deontay Harris. These guys are all speedsters pretty much. I think, we know we're more of a bend, don't break kind of defense. I think we can kind of switch things up this week. We'll see. I think we can handle these young, fast receivers. Everybody's been doing pretty well, and I think this is nowhere close to some of the receivers like last week. Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy. I mean, come on, man. And Cortland Sutton all held under 50 yards. I think we should do all right here. And then last but not least, the tight end position. Adam Trautman back for the last few weeks. Him and Juwan Johnson. Juwan Johnson, somebody that used to be a receiver, now tight end. So he's somebody that's talented, but I think that the safeties, this whole zone that we play, we can shut down everybody. I think the running backs, tight ends, receivers, this could be a really tough day for the New Orleans Saints. So I think the Eagles could go out here 34. The 13 is what I had it as. I don't know if I want to switch that by tomorrow, but I might make it 34-10. I'll be real with you. But that was the top 10 matchups to watch. Eagles versus Saints tomorrow, and I cannot wait. Let me know how you're feeling about this game. How did you feel about those top 10 matchups? Are there some matchups you're looking for I didn't mention? Let me know how you're feeling. What's your score prediction? I'll be back tomorrow. I will be doing a pregame show. We'll talk about some more of this stuff, getting pumped up for this damn game. Then we'll have a halftime show. And then, of course, the postgame show talking about win, loss, or tie, baby. So hope to see you then. If you guys are watching this later, you know you are always welcome to comment, and I will get back to you. Always down to talk some birds. Truly appreciate all you guys following me on all these platforms, hitting the like button, retweeting, subscribing to that YouTube channel. Moving on up, ladies and gentlemen. I truly appreciate all of you. Hope you're having a safe weekend, an enjoyable weekend, and I hope you can enjoy that win tomorrow. So I hope the Eagles are getting pumped up, man, because I can feel it in my blood. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Stay safe, and hopefully you can make it to tomorrow, because I know a lot of people getting a little rowdy. We're getting pumped up, and that's deservedly so. We're watching these young guys blossom right in front of our eyes, and it's a beautiful thing. But let's save the celebrating for after we whoop that ass. So have a great night, everyone. I'll talk to you tomorrow. If you need anything, whether you want to talk birds life, you know I'm always here for you. I appreciate you guys. I truly do. Have yourselves a great night. And as always, go birds!